Welcome back to Tales of Track, everyone. Ready for some more Britpop content? Let's get something out of the way straight away. This is a Land Rover seat. It's terrible. And this is a Land Rover seat base. And this is an MX-5 seat. You see where this is going yet? So in the last Land Rover episode, we got the welding done, it's ready to go for an MOT. But a crucial part for an MOT is seats. Now I could quite easily go and stick the old Land Rover seats in and put it for an MOT and it would pass because there's nothing fundamentally wrong with them. But some guy's getting a hat put in his head today and everywhere's shut.
Yeah, anyway.
Might as well do something with this free time and make an improvement. Now I know that's a bit of a bold thing to do, put modifications and add value to a car that I don't even know has an MOT or runs very well. But, well, these MX-5 seats came out the red one and they're not really worth much because they're red and black. So, being heated leather seats, they're probably going to be quite good for a Land Rover. First steps first, we need to work out how we're going to do that. Now the more eagle-eyed amongst us will notice that naturally, the Land Rover has a very tall seat base, that's because it's a 4x4, and the MX-5 doesn't, because it's not. However, if you look really closely, you'll notice something else very odd about Land Rover seats. That one is the driver's, that one's the passenger's. They look really squint to you? Because they look really squint to me. So I had a wee look in the Land Rover and I thought, surely not. But what I found is, surely yes. Check this out. It's not fully evident from the carpet, but the floors on each side tilt. They actually angle to the outside. I thought, that's a bit weird, but it's not really. Remember, this vehicle's designed to go off-road, i.e. get up to its nuts and guts, get flooded, get full of water. Water runs out better when there's a hill, doesn't it? It's actually quite tricky, Land Rover. Shame you didn't actually make the door seals compatible with getting the water out and it all rusted out, but I see what you were trying to do. But that does give us a quandary, because that MX-5 has a seat base on it, and as you can see it sits level. This guy doesn't. So, going to need to dig a little deeper onto this and figure out a proper solution. Now looking at the bottom of the Land Rover seat, it's pretty much a simplistic thing in its form. 4 bolts onto a frame, the whole frame's flat, so we don't really need to think about any problems if we were to adapt the MX-5 seat straight on to replace this, because it also has the same configuration. Another point to note, look at this. Do these look familiar to you? I'm pretty sure that's the exact same aftermarket seat adjuster rail that I bought for the low cost. So if you ever want to buy aftermarket seat rails for a kit car, just get ones from a Series 1 Discovery, because that's clearly what they're marketed as. Anyway, I don't think we're going to be able to use these rails. So we're going to have to keep this angle, and being honest, if I was to make custom plinths, that is going to never sit square, because it's not a flat thing. I don't know how many degrees it is, there's just so much room for error and having 2 seats that just sit at a dawn angle. So let's build whatever we're going to build using the original plinths, and we'll just make the runners adapt. But the question is, what runners do we keep? So today's first near miss is the width of these seats. The actual runners, if you look at the bottom to the top, they bolt on at exactly the same width. That is annoying, because the distance from here to here is completely different. So the MX-5 actually has longer ones than the Land Rover ones do, for reasons I have no idea why. As if we were to use a kit car spec ones that came out the Land Rover, they would work, because this bar would be the same length and we could just re-drill a hole in this and bolt them on. The issue is, whatever would bolt into here would need to be, well, the Land Rover spec bolts. Besides, another point, I really like the movement of the MX-5 one. It's got a smaller handle, it's not as intrusive. I think it actually has more range as well, so it can go further forward and back. The only issue I've got is, you notice in the back, the MX-5 doesn't have back seats. So they've used all that available space and made the back plinths really, really long. I mean, really long. If these seats were fully forward, you'd actually see all of this overhang sticking out the back from the back seats of the Land Rover. That's going to look a bit crap. Given the fact that we can actually lose the back of these and still have a full plinth, observe, I don't think we need to worry too much about that. So how are we going to do this? Well, step 1, we need to make these a bit more compatible with anything, and that means angle iron.
So what's it all about? Do you really want to know? Do you want to get hard? Do you just want to take it all in a row? 'Cause you gotta let it out. if you wanna let it in.
Good first start, isn't it? Good strong brain, ideas going really well. Nope. I completely forgot that the arse of the MX-5 seat cups down like a basin. Yeah. And this is the runners like fully forward, by the way. So if I ever want to move it back, I have, ooh, an inch and a half of travel. Right, plan B.
Sugar smile, savvy, the king of the curve. Got a temper in the style of a bomb. Got his friends in his pocket.
So I should probably discuss what my plan was before physics got in the way. So we had angle iron on the back, angle iron on the front. Now the front still works because, as you can see, the deeper reach in that allows it to clear the seat base. Obviously the back doesn't. The plan was we were going to put corresponding other angle iron on the other end of the base and then bolt, 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 bolt so that it goes through the sides and is always fairly accessible if we need to get the seat out. The angle here was okay because if you look at the seat base, we actually have a corresponding angle here which makes it all tie in quite nicely. The problem I'm going to have now is the back, because tying it into this section of angle here is not going to work, because even that section of angle is going to hit the bottom of the arse. So we should be okay in the front, because if I put this all the way to the very back, we still have clearance. It's never actually going to take the seat that far forward and cause this to interfere. But on the back, we're going to have to get creative. Basically, we'll need to have a recess in this area, in the panel of the seat, to actually clear. So this was never going to work. We're always going to lose it. We're going to put an angle here, and I'm going to have to get creative in this side. Now, that again isn't a big problem because we can just cut these out and reinstigate them with more angle iron. However, taking these out might give us wobble. So we may have to think about putting slightly lower down, of course, some reinforcement across these bits, just so that it ties it all in again.
And if I could hold you, where would you belong? Sitting here to reason how the world's gone wrong. And if I could listen to half the words you say, would your pathway glisten and help you on your way? Oh, you got it bad, but you never should expect cover. Oh, you got it.
Those who know me will know by now that my fabrication game is a very fluid thing. I'll often come up with the right plan halfway through the middle of the wrong one, and this is the right plan. Now, you'll notice I've welded this up, the bit that was meant to unbolt. You might wonder why. Well, I was wondering why I had 3 different methods of unbolting the seat. From the base, from the seat, and also for no reason whatsoever, a detachable section in the middle. Well, my initial concern was I wouldn't be able to get the seat in and out, but 1, 2 hole there, 3, 4 on the other side. So why were we having this? I don't know. So I've just welded it all up. Means the runners are definitely part of this now, but I'm pretty sure these seats are going in nothing else ever again, so it's not a big problem. Anyway, I'm going to take these off of the actual seats now and dress all the rust off of this, and then we'll start the second one. Yay, the same task twice. Now you may ask yourself, how does one manoeuvre a car with no seats in it? The answer is quite simply, squat down on one leg, like so, and then just reverse. Naturally, a long commute might get a bit tiresome, but it's pretty effective. Bit tight. Give that a wee jiggle. See, that's the cramp starting to set in now. It's going to get a bit awkward. Sure, we'll be alright in a moment. Done. Oh! Pins and needles a wee bit.
Oh, place your hands on my own. God damn, that's a big bitch.
Remember these cancer catchers? Then you go back on. We've undersealed all the sills, so all the seam lines are dealt with. I don't even care that it's white because it will keep out rust. What we'll do is we'll get the cancer catchers back on because I can't really get into the car because of the height of it without them. Need a step. And we will just cover literally everything in underseal and deal with it. So, fancy tricks. Right, I've positioned this 2-ton girder manufactured Clyde bolt pile of shite with a jack, and at the back we have located it using a couple of screws just to catch the alignment. The plan here is to now, with this kind of levelled out, re-drill the fronts so that we've got the holes again, and they should hopefully line up the pilot holes in the back. Look at this man, confident to the max.
Oh yeah.
Now I do accept at some point I need to show you guys how to fit seats that aren't from an MX-5 into something that's not British, but well, it's just really easy, isn't it? This needs a bloody good run, but luckily we have completed a full MOT checklist. Just chucked a couple of bulbs in the back for compliance. Now, for the sake of emissions, we're going to take a quick curl on the block and see what it's actually like. Oh, first impressions. These seats, man, are glorious compared to what was in it. Amazing the difference where you plonk your arse can make to a car. There we go. Well, it's a all-the-way big bus. See the vanes on. Luckily it has window wipers, that's handy. Right. Actually adjust it. There we go. There we go. It moves. Windows are wiping. So I'm going to take it around the block just to stretch its legs a bit. Technically to keep that down low. I know there's no MOT on it. Make itself look somewhat legit by putting the seatbelt on at least. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you just found this because you like Land Rovers, God help you. But like, subscribe, bell, because this will be cool
inevitably need mountains of maintenance because it is a Land Rover, so it'll be back at some point. If you really want to show your support, patreon.com/toolsandtrack, because it's why you've seen nothing in the way of adverts and everything in the way of Britpop. Oh, she's driving sweet, lad. And until next time, guys, drive safe.
In fact, I don't even know if I've got the fucking keys for that. Hold on. Keys? Land Rover keys? In my fucking pocket.